my name is Lauren Venema. My husband Connor and I serve in Kitshine to be around a lot of other friends that are believers and are volunteers at the church, to be around friends that are on the pastoral team and the staff team here. To be amongst those people is something that really builds our faith up, fire that keeps going with our community that we've made through volunteering. So all the fellow volunteers, thank you, because we really can't do this without you. You make it enjoyable for us to come and volunteer every week, to be in the classrooms with you. We have so much fun with you. But for the kids too, everyone's got a different talent with volunteering. For the helpers who are sitting and playing puzzles with the kids and playing blocks with them and helping them kind of say goodbye to mom and dad for an hour. That is such a huge role. To the teachers who are up at front, dancing and singing and reading stories and acting things out, you're such a blessing. And to the people at the check-in desk who are kind of doing all the admin when the computers needs fixing and the labels are printing out, oh my gosh, yes, thank you. So it's a whole team of different talents that God's blessed us all with, and we're all in this having a lot of fun and planting these little seeds of faith in these kids, and we get to see them grow. As the kids grow, we get to see their faith grow too, and it's goosebumps. A really special feeling to see that.
In the cafe, I work the second service. So what I do is when I go there, I start by selling the pastries to other people, and when it's service time, I clean up the kitchen, I refill the coffee, refill the cream and sugar, and make sure everything's refilled when the service is over so people can have everything. I love serving people and helping them out. I also love helping bake the bakeries in the cafe. He taught me that it's more important to give than receive. Giving gives you a lot more happiness than receiving, and when I help them, that also makes me happy, and seeing other people happy, that also makes me happy.
Well, what I love is that it's easy and it's rewarding. How many times in life do you get those combinations? We get to see people come and ask questions and grow in their faith and be inquisitive and learn. And so it's like being on a front row seat of something that's great that's happening in front of you. So it's just great being able to see that happen in people's lives.
For me, it's more about the connection. I'm not a big group person, but I love the one-on-one connections, and those are the ones that really grow in a community group. The authentic sharing that takes place in our group is just so beautiful. It's just a blessing, blows me away every time, and just really makes my heart happy.
We don't have to be responsible for what goes on. And so just to watch him show up and to see people express what's happened to them in their week, whether it's been good or bad, and say they want to tell us what is going on in their life. And we can see that they're growing, and God's really showing up in that. And sometimes it's hardship, sometimes there's tears, lots of laughter, but sometimes tears as well.
Where I ran the grief group in hospice on the Sunshine Coast, I had to start that, and it became established in the 15 years I was there. And then coming to Peace Portal, the grief groups are new here. God had to show me that it was His work and not my work that I was tending to want to hold close to me. God had to say, no, you have to hold these with an open hand, because it's my work that you are doing. You're working alongside me. So yes, it's a partnership with God, but it's not one that I can hold closely to me. I have to hold it open for God to use as He wants to use it. And that's been a huge learning curve for me. It's an absolute privilege, because we're not working for or volunteering for Peace Portal. We are doing this for God. We are working alongside Him, whether it's setting up chairs and setting up for the Bible studies that's happening here, if it's making sure that there's tea and coffee available. This is all working alongside God. And it's wonderful to know that in God's economy, we are all important.